Okay, so this is my first YouTube video for Most Hated Little Baby. And today we're going to be talking about how I lost my virginity. So it started off like I met this boy on Instagram and I was scrolling through stories. So I see his and he had some goggles that was like posted. I guess he was asking people who wanted them. So I voted yeah, I wanted them. And then a few minutes later he hit me up and he was like, "You want my goggles?" And I was like, "Yeah, they cute or whatever." And he was like, "Oh, for real?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he was like, "You cute or whatever." I was like, "Thank you." And I was like, I gave him a compliment back. I was like, "You cute too or whatever." And he was like, "Okay." And then he was like, "We should keep in contact." And I was like, "Okay." And then he was like, "Do you have a number?" I was like, "Yes." I gave him my number. We exchanged convo, and then we started texting. So when this led to iMessage, we had made a date 2 days. 2 days after we met, we linked up or whatever. It was a weekend. I think it was like a Saturday or a Sunday. And then after that, we linked or whatever. So I come inside his house, right, and we chilling. My mom comes in with me to meet his mom, and we standing in the living room talking or whatever, getting to know each other because we don't know nothing about our backgrounds and shit like that. So we talking and we cutting it up or whatever. My mom leaves. His mama stay in the kitchen, mind you. So I go or whatever, and I go in the room with him. And when we go in the room, he shut the door and it's daytime still, mind you, it's the daytime, there's no darkness outside, nothing like that. It's like the afternoon, 3, 4 o'clock. So we chilling on his bed and we just laying there. And then he started rubbing his hand down my pants. I'm like, "What is you doing?" He was like, "Just let me do it or something." So I was like, my dumb ass knowing I'm a virgin, I'm like, okay, well, nothing's gonna happen, because I forgot about the whole bleeding situation. So he started sticking his fingers up there, and I'm like, this shit is just no. I mean, it hurt, but it didn't hurt as much as the other part I'm finna get to. So he was doing that or whatever for a good 2 3 minutes, and then he stopped, right? So then he get to the bottom of the bed. He was in the mood. Then he got to the bottom of the fucking bed, and he pulled down my pants. He was like, he gave me a look, and I was like, what? Okay, he was doing it, and then we chilled for a minute after he did the little finger thing, and then we sat there and watched TV for a minute while he played 2K or whatever. And after that, we just sat there, and then it was dark. So he closed the curtains and he shut the door and locked it, and his mom left to go to work. So he just he started he pulled me down on the bottom of the bed, and he just started eating my, yeah, you get the picture. He started eating or whatever, and I was like, my first impression was it wasn't bad, but it wasn't the greatest either. You feel me? It wasn't oh, I'm gonna just sit here and just mow my ass off. No, it wasn't hella bad, but it wasn't the best, but it was decent. So I was like, okay. So I don't want to embarrass him or make him feel insecure, so I was making noises, of course, to bounce his stuff up or whatever. And I guess he got horny or something, because his motherfucking ass was he got up and looked at me and was like, "You might as well let me smash." I was like, "What?" And he was like, "You might as well let me smash." Me, I'm just my dumb ass gonna say okay. So he get up and he go to the dresser. He get a condom. He put the condom on, and he going back to the bottom of the bed where I am. So I'm sitting there, I'm thinking, I'm like, this shit about to hurt like a bitch. I'm about to scream. I'm finna cry. His mama ain't here. My mama ain't here. Ain't nobody finna hear me. It was just me and him in this big ass house by ourselves. So I'm like, okay, I'm chilling or whatever. And then he just I feel something not hella big, but it's normal size, normally, wait, yeah, about that size. And it goes in a little bit, like this much, right? So I'm like, ugh, I'm just I'm shaking and like I'm making weird noises, like I sound like a dead animal basically. And this nigga, he gonna go a little bit more. And I just took like a deep ass breath, like when you get a needle put in your arm, you just be like, like you just hold it in, and then I was like, okay, this ain't that bad. Then he put it all the way in, and I was like, oh, see, no, this ain't finna work. I was like, oh hell, I screamed so loud, bro. Like I'm shocked that the neighbors didn't call the police. Like it was so loud. Then he gonna look over at me after I scream and ask me, am I okay? I was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I'm fine. It just hurt a little bit, and he was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah. So he keeps doing it, like he keeps stroking or whatever, right? So I'm thinking, I'm like, I mean, after like the first few strokes, it was hurting, but like after that, it felt okay. It wasn't like hella good, but like it was okay. So that gets done, and then like, oh, mind you, I skipped the part. When we first got there, the way that it led up to us having sex, he was like, he leaned over to me and he was like sucking all over my neck and shit. And I had like hella hickeys. I had like 7 or 8 of them motherfuckers. And my neck was swole. Like it was like, it looked like someone took a baseball bat and smacked me all around my neck. I was like, no. My mama finna kill me. I was dumb because I was letting him do it. But I was also mad because I knew my mom was going to beat me when I got home. Or yell at me or take my phone or something. So, I pay nothing mind to it. So, it gets nighttime, right? And we're done with the whole intercourse shit. I put my pants back on, right? I didn't notice there was blood. He told me, he was like, oh, you're bleeding. You on your period or something? I was like, no. Like, why would I lose my virginity when I'm on my period? It's hella nasty. So, like, I looked down and there's like, I had white shorts on like a dumbass. And there was like hella blood right there. I was like, oh no. So I went to the bathroom. You feel me? I took a shower. I put some of his clothes on that he gave me, like some boxers, some pants, and a t-shirt, a big t-shirt. And he gave me his sweatshirt that I kept. And I put that on. And then my mama come, and it's like 11 o'clock at night. She come at nighttime. And she's like, oh, did you have fun or whatever? And then she was like, thank you for having her over, you know, the whole polite thing, right? So we get in the car, we going home. We get to the house, right? It's dark. It's like she didn't turn no lights on or nothing. We went to go lay down. So I go in my room and I'm chilling. I'm sitting there. I changed my underwear and shit, you know, like, could put my regular panties on instead of boxers. And she was like, what happened to your clothes? And I was like, oh, nothing. Like, they just got dirty. Or so I lied and said I started my period or something like that. And she believed me. So after that, I went to bed and I woke up the next morning. She walked past me in the hallway. If she seen one right here, I knew it was over. I knew something was going to happen. So she seen one and she was like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, I don't know. Like, I lied. And then she looked at my neck all around and she seen just like hell of them. And she was like, she called him and his mama was like, why your son over here sucking on my daughter's neck? Like, they went hella off. But my mama eventually got over it or whatever. So we was cool and that shit ended or whatever. And like, yeah, that's the time I lost my virginity. It sounds hella dumb. Like that, like, why would you lose your virginity like that? But especially on the first day, like, I ever met him. But you feel me? It wasn't even about that. I was just trying to get it out the way, to be honest with you. Like, I was tired of just being a virgin. Like, I don't want to be in high school fucking being a junior or something and still be a virgin. I'd rather get the pain out the way now. And, like, I tried to tell, like, I was, like, gonna say no. You feel me? Because I knew it was gonna hurt, but, like, I was just like, well, at least he's gonna get the pain part out the way, so like I could enjoy the rest of my life with whoever else I want to. So like, it's whatever. It's whatever. So I lost my virginity to him, and he knows who he is if he ends up watching this video. But yeah. So that's it for this YouTube video. I will be having more coming up soon. I'm probably going to do like some hair videos or something, but you're going to have to let me know on my Instagram, which I'll put down in the description soon. So follow me at M0 or whatever. just most hated, but without the O, put the 0 and then underscore little baby. Or you could follow the same thing, like M with a O, like most hated underscore, and then spammers. So do that, and I'll have more videos coming shortly.